to the African Americans, to the African Americans who are so deep in this Miss South Africa thing. One, stay the fuck out of South African business. Two, stay the fuck out of African business. Focus on your upcoming project 2025. Focus on your fucking votes. Focus on your gun violence issue that you have. Focus on your racism. Leave us the fuck alone. It's on what in South Africa. What South Africans and Nigerians are doing has nothing to do with you. Stay the fuck out. Shut the fuck up. Ne? What happens in South Africa, we will deal with it as South Africans, not Lena. You guys as African Americans, deal with what's happening in America. We are in Africa, we will deal with our issues our own way. Ne? And also, trying to come between the feud that is between South Africans and Nigerians, it's something you're going to lose. South Africans and Nigerians have been in a war for a very long time. Ahotomi today, it doesn't start today. Ne? The feud that South Africans and Nigerians have towards each other didn't start today. Didn't start in 2024, and it didn't start with Miss South Africa, which is something you need to know very well. We have been at war with each other for a very long time. African Americans, shut the fuck up. Do your research before you start being here. Ne? You're there in America, yapping so much about slavery when none of you have ever been enslaved. You're talking about colonization when none of you have ever been colonized. One, I'm not gonna run around yapping so much about colonization when I don't know what it's like to be colonized. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, therefore I cannot yap about slavery 24/7. South Africa is a diverse country. Something that you Americans like to talk about so much, diverse this, diverse that. South Africa is a diverse country. That's why it's called the Rainbow Nation, which was named by our first black president, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. If you don't know who that is, I suggest you look him up. Ne? Stay the fuck out of South African business. Focus on your own issues. Because of this thing, yeah, South Africa and Nigerians, it will lepalla. Big times, it will lepalla. So shut the fuck up and stay the fuck back. Nigerians, you want to talk about xenophobia?
Finally!
You want to talk about racism? You want to talk about slavery? You want to talk about colonization? If South Africa has all these things, so why the fuck are you guys busy coming into South Africa? Huh? If black South Africans are enslaved, black South Africans are being colonized, black South Africans hate themselves and they love their masters, why the fuck are you guys still coming into South Africa? Why are you all coming here? Like, it's so fucking funny. You say we're xenophobic, but yet you're still coming into South Africa. Why are you coming into South Africa? Why? Why? Like, please tell me that thing. I want to know, why are you guys coming here? Like, you guys are such fucking hypocrites. If America is so beautiful, no, not America, Nigeria is so beautiful, Nigeria is this and that, why the fuck are you guys not staying in your country? Why are you not staying in your country? Wow, you guys are so fucking fine. I mean, like, Nigerians, you guys are everywhere. And you talk about, oh, Nigerians, we love to travel, that's why we're everywhere. You're everywhere, and when you get there, what do? You represent the continent of Africa in a very, very bad way. Because of when, and the rest of the other people, when they see Nigerians, they say, oh, that's an African person. One, when Nigerians and Ghanaians, when you travel this world, like you say you travel, you're representing Nigeria and Ghana. You're not representing the rest of the African continent. So whatever bullshit that you guys are doing out there, when you get there, say we are Nigerians. And remind them that Africa is a continent made of 54 countries. Ne?
He addressed two places, and in those two places, Nigerians and Americans, most specifically, he was talking to Black Americans because they were the ones usually involving themselves in a feud that they do not have an understanding about. The feud that is genuinely or generally between South Africans and Nigerians, most of it has been perpetuated. What do I say? Has been feuded by the media in South Africa, which we know has been owned by white capital in South Africa. South Africa does have a literacy problem, not just that which is just obvious to the eye, but as you can listen to him talk, the verse video, which is directed to Americans, Black Americans, we did experience colonization, we did experience slavery, okay? South African slavery is not talked about. We do not talk about it, we do not engage in it. And it's something also the colored community in South Africa does not talk about, does not want to discuss. So it becomes even politics in South Africa has made to be boring to say. So we are not talking about these conversations. We do not have them at an extreme level. We do not have that conversation about our economy in general in Africa. We do not talk about it. We rather escape our conditions in hopes that I can achieve. But you do not understand why you are even going from your country to mine. It is because we don't have an economic setting here. The likelihood of you even achieving something is just as high as you are in your country. The fact that you're in another country and having to experience the problems of those countries and having to be intertwined with that. And Nigerians themselves are not innocent. Okay, they would do just about anything to survive, kidnapping, trading, whatever. They would just do about anything to survive. Okay. And white capital capitalize on that type of behavior. It does. So when it comes to the colonization and the slavery part, you can see it in the townships and how our stations are set up for Black people and how our economic setting is set up in South Africa. It does not benefit the people on the ground. We have the highest unemployment rate in the country, in the world, probably in the world, especially the Southern Africa. In fact, in generally, the continent has an unemployment crisis. We have the labor, but the laborers or the employers are trying to bring in new labor. Okay, they're trying to tell us that we're not skilled enough for those positions, so they want to bring in skilled laborers for things that they can literally teach the public. So they don't want to teach people, they would rather bring in new people. So with that, there's high crime, high all of those things. Everything is high. Unwanted pregnancies and stuff like that because people are at home doing nothing. We are yet to see an increase of unemployment that is bigger than this one. So the anger that the people feel generally has nothing to do with you, except the fact that you involve yourself in politics that you do not have an understanding about. So you need to have that conversation in order to understand South African politics and Nigerian politics and how they intertwine with one another. And how did we even get to this point when we are behaving the way that we are behaving? So like I said, South Africa did experience slavery. South Africa is still going through the cycle of colonization. We haven't unpacked the first colonization. We haven't unpacked the second colonization, which is apartheid. We did not impact this colonization that we are going through. So we are going through phases, and this system is forever adapting to change, and change is the only thing that's consistent in this world. So you have to be mendable to bend to the changes of the society, especially in this system that people want so bad. So we are not a diverse country. We are not a rainbow nation. It's the philosophy that we've been sold that keeps us in the state of poverty and backwardness that Black South Africans find themselves in.